Cincinnati Bengals. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. On first down at Stafford. Surveying the field. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So here's the lineup, and in the backfield. It's Abdullah.
Amir Abdullah, if it had been up to a lot of college coaches, would be an all-pro corner. But he knew he wanted to be a running back and has proven why. Can run it, can catch it, and return kicks.
Second and 10, Stafford again. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Stafford steps away to his left, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Adam Jones is a really talented cornerback who's having a career renaissance.
Snap to Abdullah. And some space here. Amir Abdullah past the 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. Now the second-year man from South Dakota State, it's Zach Zenner. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and it'll make this a second and long.
It's hard to stay mad at a player who fights for yardage, even if it's not successful. But on this play, I'm just looking at what the defense did. We always talk about gang tackling and getting more people to the football. How about the job they did there, the discipline they had? No matter how hard he fought, more and more people showed up and helped create that big loss of yardage there. That's the kind of play that the defense gets excited about.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Now Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. And not great starting field position here for the offense. A first carry now. This is Hill. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Again, it's Hill. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. Those defensive linemen, they covered.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is recovered in the end zone by the defense. My goodness, what a late turn of events here. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
And ready to go for another offensive series. Out comes Detroit, and a Detroit team that, boy, lost in the playoffs this year. Don't have a playoff win since 1992. But it was a tough end of the season. There were injuries involved. And I know you think that this is a crew that really could make some noise again next year, don't you?
I do, because I think they gained so much confidence this season, battling back from a tough beginning, working their way into where they looked like they had a chance to win the division. And while they didn't do that, they did get into the playoffs. Despite a myriad of injuries, they think this team has a bright future, and they feel confident about 2017.
Dalton, 1st and 10. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And a right side completion here by LaFell. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's Dalton. And this is LaFell. It's caught. The 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's second down. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
Glover Quinn entered the league as a cornerback, but has evolved into one of the best free safeties in the NFL.
And now it's second and goal. They'll run it with Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. From back at the 3 now. This is third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And the first play will be a field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Looking deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams. They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. They come out here in the I. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 11 on the gain there. And it'll give the Bengals a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills? And it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and now it's second down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Second and 10, Stafford again. Ebron caught left side. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage, to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No,
you know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game.
They got his man complete, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, 56 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Nowhere to go. He's got daylight. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The 30. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Alone to the right is Jones. To throw on second down is Stafford. And this throw will be intercepted. And an alley to run.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They send Green to the left on his own. Dalton on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green as the first half is winding down. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the eye. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The final shot before the break, Stafford. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Dancing to his left. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here on the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Dalton now to pass. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They direct snap it. This is Abdullah. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Now this time he'll look to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the third quarter. But I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. Hill, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front. The linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. Fighting through. Look at the spin. Should their woes on offense continue, that's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Here comes the D swarming to the line. To throw is Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st down, Abdullah. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Stafford, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ray Malaluga in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And quickly, they get to the line. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
On 4th down, Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 44 yards.
Well, we know that someone has absolutely no fear. 4th down. They throw it downfield. That ball was competed for by both the defender and the guy catching it, and he comes down with it. Now they got first and goal. What a big-time play.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. On the sneak, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. So they went for it from the 1 on fourth and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on fourth down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They send Green to the left on his own. Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. And Green with a catch left side. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And no, it's incomplete. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. And lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Washington from the Wildcat. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Dalton, 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Stafford going to throw it. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, 46 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Stafford now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Lions go for it on 4th. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen.